What is the meaning of life? It's a question that has plagued humanity since we first began to contemplate our own existence. From the ancient philosophers to modern-day thinkers, countless minds have grappled with this profound inquiry, offering a diverse array of perspectives and interpretations. Some find meaning in religious faith, others in human connection and love, while still others find it in the pursuit of knowledge or the creation of art. This video embarks on a journey through 10 different philosophical viewpoints, each offering a unique lens through which to view the question of life's meaning. Existentialism, a philosophy that emerged in the 20th century, posits that existence precedes essence. In simpler terms, we are born into this world without a predetermined purpose or meaning. It is up to each individual to create their own meaning through their choices and actions. Jean-Paul Sartre, a prominent existentialist, argued that we are condemned to be free, burdened with the responsibility of forging our own path in a world devoid of inherent meaning. This freedom, however, can be a source of both anxiety and liberation. It means we are responsible for the consequences of our choices, but it also means we have the power to shape our own destinies. Authenticity, a key concept in existentialism, emphasizes the importance of living in accordance with one's own values and beliefs, rather than conforming to societal expectations. Albert Camus, another influential existentialist, explored the themes of absurdity and rebellion in his works, suggesting that we must embrace the absurdity of life and revolt against the meaninglessness of the universe. The existentialist perspective doesn't offer easy answers or comforting illusions. It challenges us to confront the harsh realities of existence and to find meaning in our own unique experiences, even in the face of an indifferent universe. Nihilism, often misunderstood as a philosophy of despair, is, in its essence, a radical questioning of all values and beliefs. It challenges the notion that there are objective truths or inherent meaning in the universe. Friedrich Nietzsche, a philosopher whose work greatly influenced nihilism, famously proclaimed, "God is dead." By this, he wasn't making a literal theological statement, but rather highlighting the decline of traditional religious values and the rise of a world increasingly devoid of preordained meaning. In a nihilistic framework, values and beliefs are seen as human constructs, not divinely ordained truths. This can lead to a sense of disorientation and meaninglessness, as the foundations on which we've built our understanding of the world are shaken. However, Nietzsche also saw nihilism as a potentially liberating force, a chance to move beyond the constraints of outdated moral codes and to create new values based on individual will and self-creation. The will to power, a central concept in Nietzsche's philosophy, refers to the fundamental drive in all living beings to assert themselves, to grow, and to master their environment. In a nihilistic context, the will to power becomes the driving force behind the creation of new values and meanings. Absurdism, closely related to existentialism, delves into the inherent conflict between our innate desire for meaning and the apparent meaninglessness of the universe. Albert Camus, a key figure in absurdist thought, argued that this conflict gives rise to a fundamental absurdity, a tension that cannot be resolved. We yearn for purpose, for answers to the big questions of life, but the universe offers no such guarantees. Instead of succumbing to despair or nihilism, Camus suggests that we embrace the absurd. We must acknowledge the inherent meaninglessness of the universe, but also recognize our own longing for meaning. This tension, Camus argues, is what makes life worth living. The struggle itself becomes the source of meaning, the act of rebellion against the indifferent void. The absurd hero, a concept Camus explores in his works, embodies this spirit of rebellion. Sisyphus, condemned to eternally roll a boulder up a hill only to have it roll back down, becomes an emblem of the human condition. We are all engaged in seemingly futile tasks, striving against the inevitable, but it is in this struggle that we find our dignity and our worth. Theism, in its various forms, offers a perspective on life's meaning rooted in the belief in a divine creator. God, in theistic frameworks, is the ultimate source of meaning and purpose. Our lives have significance because they are part of a larger divine plan. Thomas Aquinas, a prominent theologian and philosopher, articulated a theistic worldview based on reason and faith. He argued that God's existence could be rationally demonstrated, and that faith provided the necessary foundation for understanding God's purpose for humanity. In theistic traditions, The meaning of life is often understood in relation to concepts like salvation, enlightenment, or union with the divine. Our earthly existence is seen as a temporary stage, a journey towards a higher spiritual realm. Actions are judged according to their alignment with divine will, and the ultimate goal is to live in accordance with God's purpose. Faith, a central tenet of theism, provides a sense of certainty and comfort in a world often characterized by uncertainty and chaos. It offers a framework for understanding our place in the cosmos and a set of values to guide our actions. Humanism, a philosophical stance that emphasizes human agency and reason, finds meaning in human values, ethics, and the pursuit of knowledge. It rejects the need for supernatural explanations or divine intervention, focusing instead on the human capacity for reason, compassion, and creativity. Carl Sagan, a renowned astronomer and science communicator, embodied a humanistic worldview, emphasizing the wonder and beauty of the natural world and the importance of critical thinking and scientific inquiry. In a humanistic framework, meaning is not something imposed from above, but rather something we create through our interactions with the world and with each other. We find purpose in love, in art, in the pursuit of knowledge, and in the betterment of humanity. Ethics and morality are not derived from divine commandments, but rather from our understanding of human needs and the principles of reason and compassion. Humanism emphasizes the importance of human responsibility. We are not beholden to a higher power, but are accountable for our actions and their consequences. This responsibility extends to our planet and to future generations, urging us to act with care and foresight in the face of global challenges. Utilitarianism, a moral philosophy focused on maximizing happiness and well-being, defines meaning in terms of the greatest good for the greatest number of people. Jeremy Bentham, a key figure in the development of utilitarianism, proposed the hedonistic calculus, a method for calculating the amount of pleasure and pain produced by an action. Actions that result in a net increase in happiness are considered morally right, while those that lead to more suffering are deemed wrong. Utilitarianism offers a pragmatic approach to ethics, focusing on the practical consequences of our actions. It emphasizes the importance of considering the impact of our choices on others and striving to create a world where happiness and well-being are maximized. This philosophy has influenced various fields, including economics, law, and public policy, shaping decisions about resource allocation, social welfare, and criminal justice. While utilitarianism offers a clear framework for making moral judgments, it also raises complex questions about the nature of happiness, the distribution of resources, and the potential for unintended consequences. Critics argue that focusing solely on maximizing happiness can lead to the neglect of individual rights or the justification of actions that harm a minority for the benefit of the majority. Stoicism, a philosophy that originated in ancient Greece, emphasizes virtue, reason, and living in accordance with nature. Stoics believe that true happiness and meaning are found not in external circumstances, but in our internal state of mind. We cannot control the events that befall us, but we can control our reactions to them. By cultivating virtue, reason, and emotional resilience, we can achieve a state of inner peace and fulfillment, regardless of what life throws our way. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, taught that we should focus on what is within our control, such as our thoughts, judgments, and actions. We should accept what we cannot control, such as external events and the actions of others, with equanimity. This acceptance does not imply passivity, but rather a recognition of the limits of our power and a redirection of our energy towards what we can influence. Stoicism offers a practical guide to living a meaningful life in the face of adversity. It encourages us to develop self-control, to act with wisdom and justice, and to find contentment in the present moment rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Pragmatism, a philosophical tradition that emerged in the United States, emphasizes the practical consequences of ideas and beliefs. William James, a key figure in pragmatism, argued that the meaning of a concept lies in its practical effects. Truth is not a static, absolute entity, but rather something that is constantly being tested and revised based on its usefulness in guiding our actions and understanding the world. Pragmatists believe that philosophy should be concerned with solving real-world problems, not with abstract metaphysical debates. They focus on the practical implications of ideas, asking, what difference does it make if this idea is true? How does it affect our lives and our understanding of the world? Pragmatism offers a flexible and adaptable approach to meaning-making. It recognizes that our understanding of the world is constantly evolving, and that what is considered meaningful or true may change over time as we gain new knowledge and experience. It encourages us to be open to new ideas, to test our beliefs against the evidence, and to revise our understanding of the world based on what works best in practice. Returning to Albert Camus and his exploration of the absurd, we delve deeper into the concepts of rebellion and freedom. Camus believed that recognizing the absurdity of existence did not lead to despair, but rather to a liberating realization. We are free to create our own meaning, to rebel against the meaninglessness of the universe, and to find joy in the face of the absurd. This rebellion, however, should not be confused with nihilistic resignation. It is a passionate affirmation of life, a commitment to living fully and authentically in spite of the inherent meaninglessness of the universe. Camus famously wrote, "I rebel, therefore I exist." This rebellion is not a rejection of life, but an embrace of it, a defiant assertion of our own existence and our right to create meaning in a world that offers none. Freedom, in Camus' view, is not the absence of constraints, but the ability to choose our own attitude and response to the world. We are free to embrace the absurd, to create our own values, and to live in accordance with our own convictions, even in the face of a universe that may be indifferent to our struggles. Postmodernism, a complex and multifaceted intellectual movement, challenges the notion of universal truths and grand narratives. Philosophers like Jacques Derrida, with his concept of deconstruction, argue that meaning is not inherent in language or text, but rather is constructed through interpretation. They question the idea that there are objective, universally valid interpretations of reality, emphasizing the role of power dynamics, cultural context, and individual perspectives in shaping our understanding of the world. Postmodernism encourages us to be skeptical of claims to absolute truth, to recognize the limitations of language and representation, and to be aware of the ways in which power structures influence our interpretations of reality. It challenges the idea that there is one correct way of seeing the world, emphasizing the diversity of perspectives and the importance of engaging with different viewpoints. While postmodernism can be seen as a critique of traditional ways of thinking, it also offers possibilities for new forms of understanding and meaning-making. It encourages us to question assumptions, to embrace ambiguity, and to recognize the fluidity and complexity of meaning in a world characterized by constant change and multiple perspectives. We've journeyed through a landscape of philosophical thought, each perspective offering a unique lens through which to view the question of life's meaning. From the existentialist emphasis on freedom and authenticity, to the absurdist embrace of the inherent meaninglessness of the universe, from the theistic reliance on divine purpose to the humanistic focus on human values and reason, we've explored a range of viewpoints, each with its own insights and challenges. The question of life's meaning is not one with a single definitive answer. It is a journey of exploration, a process of grappling with complex ideas and confronting the fundamental questions of human existence. What gives your life meaning? What values guide your actions? What do you believe in and why? Reflect on these questions, explore the philosophical perspectives that resonate with you, and engage in thoughtful dialogue with others. The search for meaning is an ongoing process, a journey we undertake individually and collectively, as we strive to understand our place in the world and to live lives of purpose and fulfillment.